As our species has slowly been advancing and spreading out across the planet and rising in numbers, it is unsurprising that over time our presence as an ever-advancing species has caused many issues for planet Earth, one of those being the unnatural pollution of the environment. This pollution is only present because of our species and is an issue which will have dire consequences if we do not work on nurturing the planet back to health. There are many conceivable ways which this can be done, but unfortunately for us, our society runs on materialism and consumerism. We live in a supply and demand world. People want to receive their products or use their new devices as fast as possible, and the giant corporations of the world play on this endless materialistic society that we live in to provide their consumers with the fastest and most efficient service possible without any regard to the damage that is being done to the planet. There are many different ways that our planet is polluted, whether that be from fossil fuel emissions and landfills to the factory farming industry, which has more lethal emissions to our planet than the whole aeronautical industry. As stated before, there are steps that a person can take to reduce their carbon footprint, whether that be cycling to work or cutting meat out of their diet. These small sacrifices that individuals make go a long way in helping the planet. Unfortunately for the average citizen, there is a very dangerous marketing tactic that some of the largest contributing corporations to climate change use, and that is shifting the blame of climate change onto the average citizen. You will see that in most advertisements, they are telling people how they can improve their carbon footprint and forget to address their carbon footprint, and they will continue to use these shady practices which cut costs and damage the environment to continue to reap in as much profits as possible. As is clear by the content that I produce on this channel, I am very invested in the future of advancements and the long-term survival of our species, but in the face of a crisis that could conceivably cause the extinction of humanity, I believe that we should be trying to focus our attention on balancing out our ecosystem by reducing our emissions, not sending billionaires and their friends into space in a time in history where we need to be aware of how much pollution we are pumping into the atmosphere. I believe the exploration of space will be one of the most integral fields of discovery in the future, and where our species should eventually put most of our efforts into researching on. But our excitement for all of the future advancements into all of the space sciences should be put on some sort of a back burner while we deal with climate change. This isn't to say that space missions should be stopped. It just means that we should not be sending civilians into space when we are in a time where we can still prevent ourselves from causing any irreversible damage to the planet. As the years have gone by, we have been told time and time again that if we do not drastically change our actions, then irreversible damage will be done to the planet, and our species could eventually, after a few generations, go extinct. But we have continued to do the opposite to what climate experts have said. Governments have been passing bills which completely go against the guidelines of the climate experts. Not only that, but at the COP26 summit, which took place from late October to mid-November of 2021, the President of the United States of America, being Joe Biden, was spotted sleeping. Let that register in your head for a moment. The President of one of the most influential countries in the world was asleep at a summit which was discussing one of humanity's first real existential threats. Even regardless of that, at this event are a bunch of world leaders and large corporations who say one thing and do another. They go to the event to tell people what they want to hear, and then leave. We are expected to believe that billionaire megalomaniacs and world leaders who are some of the leading causes for climate change are supposed to have our best interests at heart. I am from England, and during the pandemic, Boris Johnson, the UK Prime Minister, enforced lockdown rules by law. People were not allowed to meet up. People's family members died and never got to see their loved ones again. People missed out on life-saving surgery. And unfortunately, many people took their own lives, all while the British government were having lockdown parties and laughing about it. And now when caught out for their wrongdoings, they lie and trickle truth. Are we the people really expected to believe and trust in these people who have next to no credibility left at this point? We as the public need to keep pressuring the issue of climate change and demanding the proper changes be made to our society for the betterment of the planet and the future of humanity. So post online, go to protests, and keep spreading the word and fighting the good fight for the future of all life on this planet. This planet gave us life and the ability to reach the heights we have reached as a society, so now it is time to give back and help heal the planet and move into the next phase of human existence. I'm going to do a quick overview of the video that I've just created on climate change. Regarding the issue of climate change, we do have a lot of things to improve on. This video is to just mainly show just how little the big corporations of the world and just, the government leaders in general do not really care about climate change. We've been being told for years and years now that we need to be correcting our, doing some course correction, and we're literally not doing it at all, which is like not helpful for our species at all. We need to be focusing on actually bettering our planet and bettering the future of humanity. It really doesn't help that people like Sleepy Joe are falling asleep at the freaking conference. Like they're literally a summit for one of the biggest issues we've ever faced as humanity, something on a cosmic level that isn't really like, it's a planetary scale of an event. It's not like something that we've caused, like nuclear war or something, like all these hypothetical ways that human life could go extinct. It's something we've caused in the sense of it's a byproduct of our society. It's a byproduct of technological advancements and, human waste and everything along those lines. And, of course those things are going to come with humanity, and you just have to find out ways of kind of, mitigating how we get rid of our rubbish and how we focus on reducing our emissions to kind of progress into a better future for our species. But, that's all I can hope for, but I can only hope when, we're in a very, very vital part in human history, and, we're thinking of creating metaverses, and cryptocurrencies are really popular at the minute. All of these things that are really garbage for the environment. Nobody has any really giving a crap about the factory farming thing. We've just had the Seaspiracy documentary come out, with all of the fishing problems that causes for the planet as well. And, people really don't care. People have things that they need to do, and they just want to do them. And it's, it's hard to control the whole globe when, we all have different ideologies, different countries have different ideologies, and people can't really cohesively come together as humanity and actually work together. There's always some sort of superficial BS that causes a rift between the human species, just whether it be different worldviews or whatever it is, and we can never really come together and comprise a plan of how to, dismantle certain societal issues which cause climate change. So that's what we kind of have to do. We're going to try and do it from now. I really hope that we can. Keep protesting, keep doing your thing. If you've enjoyed this video, then please make sure to subscribe to the channel, smash the like button, and if you want any free talking style of podcasts, I will make those ones in the future. Much love, take care, have a wonderful day, and goodbye.